So good morning, my dear students. So today we're going to have our virtual class for this subject, Math 203 2013 trimester. Okay. So we're going to discuss, although it's not a part of lesson 13, but this topic is very much important in statistics. So this subject is all about business statistics. So ANOVA, we call this as analysis of variance, is very much important. Okay. So although in your previous lessons, you have learned the different types of statistical treatment, especially t-tests, but if you're going to look on the t-test, you have only two groups to be measured, no? At the same time, it can be control group or experimental group. And also it can be independent or dependent variable. Okay. So what are the objectives? Okay. First, we're going to perform analysis of variance by hand, appropriately interpret results of analysis of variance tests, distinguish between one and two-factor analysis of variance tests, identify the appropriate hypothesis testing procedure based on type of outcome variable and number of samples. So by this time, what we're going to discuss is all about analysis of variance, but we're going to concentrate on one-way ANOVA. Kasi the following lecture, if we're going to continue discussing analysis of variance, meron tayong two-way ANOVA. But by this time, we're going to discuss one-way ANOVA test. Okay? So analysis of variance or ANOVA is a strong statistical technique that is used to show the difference between two or more means or components through significant tests. It also shows us a way to make multiple comparisons of several populations means. The ANOVA test is performed by comparing two types of variation, the variation between the sample means as well as the variation within each of the samples. The below mentioned formula represents one-way ANOVA test is statistics. Okay? So tulad po ng sinabi ko, yung ANOVA, we can have two or more components test. Okay? Not just like t-test, chi-square, or other statistical test, there are only two components. Kaya napaka-importante if you're dealing with two or more groups, so we are going to make use of ANOVA, either one-way or two-way ANOVA. So we're going to start with ANOVA test. Okay? So this is your ANOVA procedure. So this is your ANOVA procedure. So first, you have the source of variation between treatments, error or residual, and then we have your total. So SS, which means sum of squares, sum of squares between treatment is equal to the summation of yours n multiplied by var xg or x prime squared. Sum of squares error is equal to the summation of x minus x mean then square. Sum of square total is equal to the sum of SSB and SSA. Next, we have your degrees of freedom, df. Formula, k minus 1, n minus k, and then n minus 1. Mean squares is equal to mean squares between SSB all over k minus 1. Mean square error is equal to MSA all over n minus k. And last, we have your df test. The test is reject or accepted. F test is equal to MSB all over MSA. So this is your ANOVA procedure. Okay. So where x is equal to the individual observation, mean xg, sample mean of the G treatment or group, x bar, overall sample mean, k, the number of treatments or independent comparison groups, and n is the total number of observations or total sample size. So we have your example number 1. Okay. So a clinical trial is run to compare weight loss programs and participants are randomly assigned to one of the comparison programs and are counseled on the details of the assigned program. So participants follow the assigned program for 8 weeks. The outcome of interest is weight loss, defined as the difference the weight measured at the start of the study, that is our baseline, and the weight measured at the end of the study, which is 8 weeks, measured in pounds. A total of 20 patients are agreed to participate in the study and are randomly assigned to one of the four diet groups. Weights are measured at the baseline, and the patients are counseled in the proper implementation of the assigned diet. Okay? So, naintindihan niyo yung ibig sabihin ng problem, no? Dahil kasi karamihan ngayon, we are very concerned sa ating weight, no? So, meron tayong ano dito, study na what will be their weight loss after 8 weeks, then we're going to make a comparison kung there is a significant difference. Okay? Nung sila ay nag-start hanggang after ng 8 weeks. So, nung una, parang mataba po sila. And then, within 8 weeks, parang i-control sila based on their diet. Then after 8 weeks, they're going to measure their weight in terms of pounds. If there is a significant difference after 8 weeks. Okay? So, what are the steps that we're going to follow? Step number 1, we're going to set up hypothesis and determine the level of significance. So, XO is equal to mu1, the mean is equal to mu2, is equal to mu3, is equal to mu4. Okay, the mean of the 4, okay? Okay, ibig sabihin nun, we are going to have 4 groups. Okay? If these are equal, then we're going to accept the hypothesis. If they are not equal, then we're going to reject the hypothesis. If the F test is the same as the critical value or the computed F test based on ANOVA, if they are equal, then we're going to accept that hypothesis. But if they are not equal, then we're going to reject their hypothesis. You have your alpha here, which is equal to 0.05, the level of significance, which is 95%. Step number 2, we're going to select the appropriate test statistics. So by this time, we're going to make use of F test, which is for ANOVA. So F test is equal to the mean of square between and the mean of square error. Okay? Step number 3, we're going to make up a decision rule. The appropriate critical value can be found in a table of probabilities for the F distribution. You can see other sources, especially sa internet, makikita niyo yung table na yan. So in order to determine the critical value of the F test, we need degrees of freedom. So the formula, degrees of freedom is equal to K minus 1. The degrees of freedom 2 is equal to N, the total number of sample, minus your K. So in this example, degrees of freedom is equal to K minus 1. We have 4. 4 groups minus 1 is equal to 3. And degrees of freedom 2, we have a total sample population, which is 20 samples. So with 20 minus 4 is equal to 16. The critical value is equal to 3.24, and that decision rule is as follows. We're going to reject XO if N is equal to greater than or equal to 3.24. Okay? If they are equal, then we're going to accept XO. Step number 4, we're going to compute the test is the test P. Okay? Any questions sa steps natin? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yan po yung susundan natin. Okay? But the most important is we must know how to follow the ANOVA procedure. So, this is our table that we're going to follow that will serve as our guide to compute for the F test. So, yun po yung ano natin, no? Procedure natin, how to compute Fs based on ANOVA. Okay? So, by this time, we're going to solve your ANOVA. Okay? So, ito yung ano natin, 4 groups natin. They are divided into 4. The first group, they're going to undertake low calorie. The second group, they're going to have low fat. The third group, they're going to have low carbohydrates. And the last group is the control group. Okay? So, these are the weight gain after 8 weeks, no? So, ito na yun, no? So, we have 5 sample in each group, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So low fat, di ba din? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Low carbohydrate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So control group, we have 2, 2, -1, 0, and 3. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is to compute for the mean of each sample. Okay? So, paano natin gagawin yon? So, this is our formula. Okay? Nakikita niyo siya? Okay. So, paano nakuha yung 33? So, first, we're going to get their total, no? So, gagawin natin, we're going to sum up this one. Lalabas will be 33. Okay? Any questions? Okay lang? Okay lang po? So, yun siya. So, we're going to get their total. So, yan po yung lalabas. So, alam
Formula po.
paano solve yung total? Okay lang. Using your Excel, no? Tapos i-click nyo ito para magkuha yung total natin. Can we now continue? Okay, can we now continue? Okay, so next we're going to get their sample mean. Ito na yung sample mean natin. So, paano yung formula? Yung total natin na 33 divided by 5, no? So, we have your V8, ito yung V8 natin, then divided by 5. So, saan natin nakuha yung 5? Yung 5, this is your number of sample between each group, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ang sample mean nila is 6.6 for the group 1, 3 sa group 2, 3.4 sa group 3, and then we have 1.2 doon sa control group. So, next, gagawin natin yan is i-add po natin lahat ng sample mean natin using the formula in Excel. Nandiyan na siya. We're going to have a total of 14.2. Okay? So, after that, kukunin natin yung group mean. Yung mean ng lahat ng sample mean po natin. So, we call that group mean or total mean po siya. Overall sample mean. So, anong formula gagamitin natin? F9, which is the total. Okay, ito yung F9 natin. Divided by 4. So, ilan yung ano natin? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your overall group mean. Any questions? Can we now continue? Next. Okay. So, our next problem is your SSB. Okay. Sum of the squares between. So, ano ibig sabihin ng sum of the squares between? So, tulad yung pinakita ko kanina, doon sa ANOVA procedure, ano yung formula natin? Ito yan, no? Okay. Yung formula natin. Okay, no? So, ito yung formula natin, no? SSB is equal to the summation of n, x, g minus x, and then squared siya. Or, SSB is equal to the summation of the squared differences between each treatment or group and the overall mean siya. Okay? So, ito na yung formula. Okay? Nakikita yung formula sa taas? Ito yan. So, we have 5 times. So, may open parenthesis tayo, no? Dahil summation siya, no? Times B9 minus G9. Okay? So, ang B9 natin is 6.6. Ito na siya. Okay? Minus G9. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, 6.6 quantity, 6.6 minus 3.6 and then square. Okay? Plus, we have 3.0 minus 3.6 and then squared siya. Plus, 3.4 minus 3.6 and then squared. Plus 1.2 minus 3.6 and then squared. So by using your Excel formula, your SSB, we're going to have 75.8. So 75.8. Okay. Next, we're going to get the sum of squares error. Okay. So paano natin kunin yan? So we're going to get the individual sum of the squares error in each group. So first, we're going to have your low calorie. So you have x minus 6.6. So 6.6, ito yung mean ng low calorie po natin. Ito siya, no? Ito yung 6.6 po natin. Minus, ito din, no? So formula natin is K3. K3 is 8. The sample, 8, the value of, ito, yung first sample natin, minus minus 6.6, we're going to have an answer of 1.4. So magiging 8 minus, ito siya, minus 6.6, we're going to have 1.4. And then, for each sample, yung magiging formula natin, K3 minus 6.6. Okay? Then, we're going to square. Kaya sabi dito, sum of square error is equal to the summation of differences between each observation and the mean group. So we have 8 K3 minus 6.6 and then squared. Ito siya, no? Squared po natin. So yun po yung gagawin natin magmula dun sa data natin na 5 individuals. So yun po yung gagawin natin bawat sample natin. And after that, we're going to sum it up. You're going to have an answer of 21.2. Be sure dito sa second column po natin dito, if you're going to sum it up, ang lalabas sa sagot ay 0. Pag hindi 0 yan, ibig sabihin there's something wrong with our equation or formula. Okay? So the same procedure gagawin natin doon sa second group natin from the low fat, ganun din, no? But by this time, ang mean nila is 3, no? Ito na yung mean nila kanina. Sample mean nila is 3. So we have 2 minus 3. So we're going to have negative 1. Okay? So ito yung SSA niya, its mean is equal to 2 minus 1, and its square, 1 pa rin siya. Okay? So, each sample yung nagagawin natin. Yun. Pareho-pareho hanggang dito. Then after that, we're going to add that one. We're going to have 10. Okay? The same pa rin dun sa low carbohydrates. Ganun pa rin. So by this time, your mean is 3.4. Ito yung mean nila. 3.4. So we have 3 minus 3.4. You're going to have negative 4. So dito, 3 minus 3.4 and then square, you're going to have 0.2. So the same procedure, we need sample data dito. Then if you're going to add that, you're going to have 5.2. And the last one is your control group. Ganun pa rin, but by this time, your mean is 1.2. So 2 minus 1.2, lalabas will be 0.8. Okay? 0.8 and then squared, you're going to have 0.6 dito. Sum it up, you're going to have a total of 10.6. So by this time, your SSA, the sample of squares for error in this group, for the first group, we had 21.4, second group, 10.0, third group, 5.4, and then for the last group, which is the control group, we're going to sum up that one, okay? Pag tinagal natin yan, you're going to have, so pag tinotal natin yan, you're going to have an answer of 47.4. So ito yung mga importanteng data natin, okay? Yung SSB saka SSA. So your SSA total, we're going to have 47.4. So K natin, number of group, 4 groups, number of sample natin who joined or participated the test, we have 20 individuals. And based on the table, our F test is equal to 3.24. Okay? So step number 3, we're going to have now the test treatment. Okay? So we're going to have your ANOVA procedure. So we're going to end that after 10 minutes. Okay? So ito na siya, no? So between treatment, we have your 75.8. So saan nakuha yun? It is your SSB 75.8. Yung error natin, 47.4. Okay? And total that one, pag inad natin ito, okay, lalabas will be 123.2. So degrees of freedom, our formula, K minus 1. Our K is 4 minus 1, so we're going to have 3. And then we have your error, N minus K. So our N is 20 minus 4, we're going to have 16. And then total, we're going to have 19. Okay? Then, mean squares, MS is equal to SSB all over K minus 1. So we have 75.8 all over 3.0. We're going to have 25.3. And then, we have your MSA. MSA is equal to 47.4 divided by 16. We're going to have 3.0. And the last one, we're going to solve now for the F test. F test equal to MSB all over MSA. So we're going to divide 25.3 divided by 3.0. The answer is 8.5. Okay? So by this time, we're going to make now our conclusion. Okay? So based on our conclusion, our F test based on our table is 3.24. But based on our ANOVA test that we have conducted, our F test is equal to 8.5. So what will be our hypothesis? Okay? So by this time, our hypothesis, we are going to reject your XO because 8.43 is greater than 3.24. We have statistically significant evidence at alpha, which is 0.05, to show that there is a difference in mean between weight loss among the 4 diet. So yun po yung conclusion natin. After 8 weeks of participating, sabihin nun, may pagkakaiba yung pagbaba ng timbang ng bawat grupo based on the 4 diets na binigay sa kanila. Okay? Dahil yung F-test natin na computed is 8.43, but based on the table, we have only 3.24. So, your XO is reject. Okay? We're going to reject your XO. We're going to accept your null hypothesis. There is significant evidence at 95% to show that there's a difference in mean between your weight loss among the 4 diets after 8 weeks. So, any questions po regarding our ANOVA? So, pag titignan nyo, importante yung ANOVA, no? Kasi we're comparing 4 groups and the mean of the 4 groups, no? Pag dalawa lang groups yan, we're going to make use of t-test, whether dependent or independent. Okay? So if there is significant improvement or none. Okay? Pwede sa t-test ito. Pag dalawang grupo na, no? Grupo lang. Or pwede siya sa chi-square, depende yon kung ano yung problem. But since we have 4 groups, napaka-importante yung ANOVA test. So this is only for one-way ANOVA. So any questions regarding our lessons for today? So that ends our lesson for today. We have still less than 1 minute left. Thank you very much for the attendance, and see you next Bertal classes.